Hello everyone. Today we are going to work on making a flower picture, and we're going to use paper and glue to make this picture, to make a beautiful flower. So usually we use tissue paper, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to start with a strip of yellow. Parents, if your child is still having trouble cutting, snip and cut like this, you can make a short strip, because then they just have to do one snip at a time. So we're going to cut little squares. Remember to hold your paper that you're cutting up. It's much easier to have the right grip on your scissors if you're going up. Okay? Remember that we have thumb on one side and fingers on the other. Okay, and we're going to go open, snip. Now, you'll find that tissue paper is a little harder to cut than regular paper or construction paper because it's so thin. So, if you're having trouble, parents, you can help. Okay, snip. Okay, let's do little snips. I have to do little snips because mine doesn't want to cut very easy. So I'm going to open, squeeze, open, squeeze. Open, squeeze, open, squeeze. Do it from this side. Open, squeeze. Ooh, I got that one all in one snip. Open, squeeze. Okay. Now, let me pick up the pieces I dropped. Now, to glue these on, what we're going to do is put a drop of glue on our flower, and move this so you can see. That's still a little hard to see. We're just going to put a few drops. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Okay, so what I did was I filled up the middle circle of my flower. I'm going to do that part first, and I just put little drops of glue on there. Now, for each drop of glue, I'm going to use a piece of tissue paper, and I'm going to get a pencil. I'm going to put it in the middle of that paper, and I'm going to use my fingers to squish it around the pencil like that. And then I'm going to hold it and push it onto the glue like that. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing that until I fill up all my dots of glue. Okay, put the pencil right in the middle, squish the paper around the pencil, and then hold it with the other hand, push it on the glue, let go of the tissue, and then lift up the pencil. Okay, doesn't that make a pretty way to decorate your flower? Squeeze the paper around the pencil, hold it with the other hand, find your drop of glue, let go of the tissue, and pull the pencil out. It looks like I don't quite have enough tissue paper, so I'm going to have to cut some more. Let go of the tissue and pull it out. Squish it on, put it on the glue, pull it out. Alright, so let me get a little more yellow. Remember that if you're cutting a long strip, you need to hold it up. Open, snip, 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 and then cut across to make a strip. Okay, I'm going to fold mine so that it goes a little faster. Okay, and then I can cut it at each end and cut it in the middle and have some more pieces to glue on. Okay, now while I'm doing this, let's talk about what color I picked. Yeah, I picked yellow to put in the middle of my flower. Yellow is my favorite color. Okay, I'm going to squeeze that paper around, push it on the glue, let go of the tissue, and lift up the pencil. Put the paper around the pencil, push it on, and lift up. Okay, looks like I need to have one more dot of glue I need to fill up. And there we go. Lift up. Look at that. I made a beautiful yellow center for my flower. Oh, that's so pretty. Now, you can do the same with another color for the petals of your flower. Or you can use yellow, that would be okay too, but I think it looks better if you put another color on the outside. So, let's cut some blue paper. Open, snip, open, snip, open, snip, open, snip, open, snip, open, snip, open, snip. And there we go. Now, I want to show you that if you don't want to use the pencil method, you can just glue your paper on flat. Parents, sometimes this is quite a long activity and it's hard to keep your child's attention. So, it goes a little faster if you just glue it on flat. Just depends how they want to do it, and how you want to do it, and how their attention span lasts. Okay? So for this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put some dots of glue. I think for each petal we could put 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe one in the middle. Okay. You don't want too much glue because otherwise it'll get all over. And glue that on like that. And for the other, hope you can see that okay. For the other half of the petal, I'm going to tear my paper in half because it's too big. And I want it to stay inside the lines. Okay. So, that's what it looks like now. And now I'm going to do one more petal, and then I'm going to show you how to do the leaves. So I glue one piece on, just like that. And then I get another piece and I tear it and I make it fit inside that petal. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Now, to do the leaves, I don't have any green tissue paper. If you have green, you can use green for your leaves. But I didn't have any tissue paper. What I did find was some green wrapping paper. So I thought that that might be fine to do our leaves. And since the leaves are kind of skinny, I'm going to make my paper pretty thin also. Okay, so we're going to cut little squares of this. and then glue it on to fill up our leaves. Okay, so let's put some glue on, shake it, squeeze, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be enough. Now, the challenge on this is making the papers fit. We might have to cut them even smaller. Okay, so we're just pasting on one piece at a time, and we can overlap them, that way they don't go outside the lines. Okay, all right, so I have that much done. And I want to try and fill in those little places. So I'm going to tear my paper in half again, just like we did with the blue. Tear it in half. Parents, you might have to help with that. And then lay it on to fill in the space. Since this leaf has a point, I'm going to have a tiny little piece to make that point. Now then, what do you think? Is that a pretty leaf? I think it would work. Now I also sent some construction paper with you, some light green construction paper. You could use that if you rather instead of this wrapping paper. They both would work just fine. Just remember when you're doing the leaves to cut little tiny pieces, otherwise it'll go out of the edges and it'll look like just a green blob instead of a leaf. All right, thank you. Y'all have fun making your flower today. Do a good job, and I want to see pictures of them, okay? All right, bye. Have a good day.